Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise and it's my weekly haul. So my channel is haul every Saturday, 5 o'clock without fail. That's the one thing I'm definitely committed to. I try to get a couple of videos up if I can here and there in between. It just depends on the week and how things are going. And I've also started doing live. So there is a live at 7 AM Greenwich Mean Time, because I know I have people from all over the world on there. Yeah, I do a live on Sunday morning, usually just stand in the kitchen and chat. Sometimes we've done some cooking. I've just cleaning as we're talking, basically. It's just a chat. People come in here expect to be all entertained in the live, like I'm supposed to be doing this, that and the other. It's just a chat. So if you want to come in and have a chat, you're more than welcome. A bit more the merrier. It's actually was really good last week. There wasn't too many trolls. I don't know what happened, but it went really well. So as you've obviously figured out by now, all you newbies, that I do talk a lot. I do have fibro. I just mentioned that because sometimes the words come out not quite right. Sometimes I make mistakes and I don't realise. If I can catch them on the editing, I'll put some wording somewhere. Yeah, it happens. And sometimes I just can't remember the words, so we just work with it. So I am on a £60 budget for my shop, my weekly shop. That's for me and my adult son, just so you know who I'm shopping for. We hit 54.70. Oh, really thought I was going to get it this week. 54.73. I have to have it on my phone. I have to add it up because I actually did have to go into. I had to go into Asda twice because the day. So I shopped Thursday. It's actually Saturday. I'm hauling this late Saturday. I'm really struggling to get things going. So, what did I forget? No, it wasn't I forgot. I couldn't get them and I can't remember what it was. I've got to shop in this somewhere. There was a couple of bits I couldn't get, and then when I went in again, rolls. I wanted large round rolls, couldn't get them. There was something else, I can't remember. And they still didn't have it the following day. So I did, but you know what I'm like, I picked something else up whilst I was in there. And then I also had my Iceland, because I shopped in Iceland and Asda this week. So I just totted it all up and it's all on my phone. So that's the reason that I can never remember. So I will give you prices as we go along. If you add it up, because it's been done before, that's why I always mention it, you'll get a different total to me. And the reason for that is because I always leave 3 things at the food store. I put them in the food bank, not just leave them there. Yeah, I just put it straight into, I donate 3 items to the food bank. I always put it in the trolley at the store. Because I used to bring it and put it in my shopping haul, and then it would just take ages for me to get it back to the store, so I just leave it there. It's always 3 sanitary products because that's just the thing I don't see in the trolley so much. Food seems to be pretty covered, and it's 3 different types, as in different absorbencies, so they're not here. What else? Not much else to talk about. Shop was pretty okay. They're very up and down on their stocks of things. Bread things seems to be pretty low near enough every week I go. And they are actually put in a lot of things on like deals and stuff at the moment, just so you're aware of it. Can't tell you all of them because one of them I'll mention it as I come to it. They put it all over the shelf with the reduced price, and the lady gave me the reduced price because they're all up there, and she said that they obviously putting things out and they've updated the system. But when I went in the following day, as I mentioned, I did go in the following day, they'd all been taken off and a different product had been put on there, so I think they got it wrong, but I got the reduced price anyway, so I'm okay with that for a change. Yeah, so everything's fine. I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I can't remember what. If I remember at the end, I'll put it at the end, but I will remember. So let's go on with the haul. So no cucumber this week. So it turns out when Scott came down last week, he picked up some in London, because that's where he lives. He managed to get a good deal, so he picked me 4 up, so I don't need any. Actually, I've eaten 3 this week, so I've got 3 left. We're good for a week. I'm just obsession with cucumber at the moment. Picked up some potatoes. I should have got some big potatoes as well. I don't know why I didn't, for like a jacket potato. That's what I was thinking. This is for me. Corey won't eat them, don't know why. I'm thinking maybe to add them to salads or something. I'm not entirely sure I'm going with it, but I haven't had them for a long time and just thought, oh, let's give it a go. These were £1.09. A little bit more expensive than last time I bought them, but you know, that's everything, isn't it? I got some grapes this week. There's a lot of things I don't need. I don't need lettuce. Actually, I could have done with another lettuce, but the lettuce was rubbish. Both days I went in, I checked and they were rubbish. So yeah, I do have things in the fridge still anyway. Don't have any grapes. I thought let's get some. This was sort of the best deal I could get. I mean, if you're going to get 2 punnets, there is a deal. I think it's like £1.30 for one or 2 for £2. But I didn't want that many. And Corey really is eating nothing that's good for him whatsoever. £1.59 for that. 500 grams, not too bad. I got these, no particular reason, tomatoes this week. 91p, they're on deal. They just looked okay. I'm having them more in salads than sandwiches at the moment. And this is a better texture, I find. Yeah. No particular reason for them, just went with that one. More oranges. Now, how much were the oranges? Because I thought they were going to be different. They had 2 packets. This is supposed to be like the slightly more expensive packet, and then they have the cheaper. There's a slightly different label. I'm feeling like it should be yellow because that's their essential range, but I don't think it is. I could be wrong. And these ones look way better than all the other packets with the other label, but it actually came up at the same price. So I thought I'll give it, you know, I do have my scan and go. I thought I'd give it a go, and it came up at the same price. So way happy about that. So just check things out before you go in there. That's why, you know, things aren't quite always what you think they are in Asda at the moment. This packet was 89p, and I'm sure they were £1.50 last time, so really, really good price. I do have all my other bits. This is just to do some more wellness shots when it comes up, and you know, when the weather gets better, you want to start eating more fruit, and it's actually sunny out today. I'm so excited. And I have a t-shirt on. I feel like this is the first time I've worn a t-shirt this year. Won't last long, but you know, you have to make the most of every second of the sun in England. So yeah, this is going to be for the wellness shots, and even though we've got plenty in the freezer at the moment, and just eating basically. No milk this week, didn't need any. I've actually not quite finished the week before last week's milk, so I still have a full 4 pint in the fridge, so there's no point in me getting any more. We'll be good. I did get a coffee. Don't have too many. I think I've got one left in the cupboard and I've just opened one, so we're still okay. 99p, this is your most basic coffee going, but I love it. It just does the job. It's a basic coffee. It's not bitter though. A lot of the cheaper ones end up being bitter. I'm not a connoisseur of coffee, so anybody that tries it, don't like it, don't come at me. I enjoy it. I'm not a fan of the more expensive coffees. They just don't do it for me. And I suddenly, just whilst I was in there, thought, you know what, I fancy some pure orange juice. I haven't had any for the longest time. Now, I wouldn't normally get the Tropicana because it's expensive normally. I was just going to buy the essential range. I don't get the one in the fridge, I get the one on the shelf because it has a longer life on it, and I don't know when I want to open it. I just fancied it at the time. But it was like the only one they had wasn't the essential range packaging. So one, I don't know if they just didn't have it in, or two, it's just gone up a lot. It was £1.69, and this was on a deal for £1, so that's purely the reason I got it. I feel like Corey won't have any of that, and as Scott's not here during the week and he's not here this weekend, he won't get a chance to have any of it because he does like the Tropicana. Yeah, so that's the only reason I got that one, was because it was £1. Now I did get some peri-peri sauce. Again, you know, watching Instagram and Facebook posts on foods and stuff, I didn't realise that this is actually really, really low in calories and stuff. So I just thought I'm going to maybe spice some chicken up or something. 50 calories for 100 grams. When there's, how many grams are in this? 250. That's actually ridiculously good. This is the one I always extra mild. I didn't know it was extra mild. I actually thought I went with the mild. I didn't realise I'm extra mild. This is as hot as I go in Nando's. I don't go Nando's. I can't honestly tell you the last year that I went to Nando's. It's been that long. But when I would go in there, that would be the one I would go with. So I just thought maybe spicing chicken up. I just remembered now. My brain's just kicked in, and I did want to get some chicken slices to have in sandwiches and stuff, but the only one they had in there was actually the following day's date, so that would have been yesterday's date. It would have been like used before. I think they're used by, they wouldn't have lasted me the week. You know, I don't do the dates. You know, you can tell with things when they're off. You smell them, taste them, look at them, all that sort of stuff. But one day on it wouldn't got me through the week, and it would have lasted me a week. So I do have chicken breasts, and I thought that's where I'm going to go. You get such a long explanation on this channel, don't you? Maybe spice it up with a bit of that. That's what I'm thinking. Whether it happens, you know, I've mentioned that before. I have these ideas, don't always happen. I got another tin of tuna chunks. 59p. I'm going to say it again. I've said it before because I know literally people can say this word for word now because it has been quoted back to me a number of times. I have been buying this one for years, this brand, the essential one. I have only once ever had a bone, never had scales, and it's good, decent chunks. I like the one in brine, it's the one I would go for anyway. 59p, bargain. Spaghetti loops. Again, I'm not low on them, and I don't know how many I've eaten this week. My brain is just not connecting with me at all, but I just like having them in. They're 19p a tin. If you've not had them before and you like spaghetti loops, I would highly recommend trying them. I think they are absolutely amazing. I love them. And 19p, how cheap is a meal with that? But that and a bit of toast, yeah, a bit of toast. Oh, so good. Okay, so we've got a lot of sauces again. These ones are just inspired because they're at reduced price now. This salsa is still 81p, and the sour cream and chive is 70 something. What was it last week? 78p. So it's cheaper than they usually are. They're usually £1.15 each, so I just picked them up. They'll go in the cupboard. You know, they have a long life. This is 2025, September 2024. They'll be eaten way before that. We have all the ingredients for some good Mexican, and we're just not eating them at the moment, but that's not a problem. I got two things of the nacho cheese. For the longest time you couldn't get these at all. £1.50 for these one. Corey absolutely loves this one. It is really nice. It does have a little bit of a kick. It's only got a 1 heat setting, but you know, as you can tell, I'm a wuss with heat. I just picked 2 up to get some stock going. Corey wanted tortilla chips. I didn't realise until after, because his list didn't actually come through. I always mention that I get him to send me a shopping list in the morning, and it didn't come through. So luckily, this would have been on his list, he told me. £1 for this one. I didn't go for the Doritos, like the proper brand one, because it's £2.50 at the moment. I wait until it's on a deal. This is the garlic and tomato, and it's just really, really nice. I actually don't know what the situation is on the biscuits, so if I don't know, I'm just going to pick it up anyway. 85p for that. Just your basic chocolate digestive, but it's just really nice. I like this one better than the Aldi one, and it's a texture thing. This is slightly softer. The other one's got like a hardness to them. This is more a biscuit, a crunchy biscuit. When I say softer, it's not soft. There's soft biscuits out there, isn't there? So this is the one. This is the one that I got a really, really good price. This should be £2.25. There was lots of them out on the shelf for £1.35, so I thought for £1.35 definitely going to have them. I doubt Corey's going to want these. They're not a flavour he wouldn't like. He just wouldn't pick these normally. 74 calories, bargain. And I was just thinking, this is really good scoop shape, isn't it, for your dips? That's what I was thinking at the time. Happy to pay £1.35, no more than that. So I mentioned it, there was loads of them up, and they were all the 5-packs. They've taken the 5-packs off, and it's actually the one, like I would say, they call it a family pack. You know, the ones they say is a family pack, but it's, if you open it, you can eat the whole pack. Those ones are actually, I think, £1.35, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. I picked up some red onion and chive bagels. Haven't had these for a while. They just sit in wonky. There's nothing wrong with them. Oh, I've got to go back. I've forgotten them. £1.25, I believe. £1.25, I think they are. I'm never confident anymore. I used to be confident in my numbers. Yeah, £1.25. This is the only time I buy them again. Is when they're on a deal, because they're expensive. But if you've not tried the red onion and chive, oh, you have to. If you like bagels, they are just so, so good. Corey is like can take it or leave it when it comes to bagels, but when he has one of these, he always comments about how nice they are. So yeah, highly recommend those. Pot noodles, again, I did mention last week that if they were still on a deal, I was going to buy them. They're still on a deal, 65p. Only time I'll buy them is if they're on a deal, and I can't remember the last time I saw them for 65. They're usually 70, so even better saving there. And I got 2 last week, so I believe these are different flavours. That's what I was going for. Beef and tomato and a Chinese chow mein this week. I got a beef lasagna. This is £1. This is one Corey likes. I just noticed his shelf was getting a little bit bare, so I just had to wing it. Like I said, his listing come through, so turns out, yes, he would have wanted one, so he was good with that. This was in the reduced section. They were both 29p. I actually didn't know. I picked up the cheese and onions. These have been in the freezer because I just got them because they were cheap. 29p. You know, that's and veggies and potato. Awesome meal. Minced beef and vegetables is the one I picked up, and I obviously just didn't look at it. I assumed they were all the same. Cheese and onion is fine. I just would have preferred the minced beef and vegetable because I don't really go for them that often. 29p each, and they'll sit in the freezer until whenever. This one has been cracked open because, as I've mentioned before, you know, I shop and haul differently, even though I don't normally haul as late as I have this week. Corey's already eaten it because he's night work, so he eats in the morning. He's like his meal in the morning. £3 at the moment. Now, if you've been here a while, you know that I rave about this one all the time. You know, I like pizza, but it's not one I, you know, if it's in the freezer, it can sit in there for months before I'll pick one out. It's not something I go to that often, but this one, if I was going to go to one, it would be this one. They literally always come out looking like that. This is not an exaggeration. You know, sometimes the picture isn't quite what it's like in the inside. Every single one that I've ever cooked has always come out like this. Sweet honey and barbecue salami. Oh my God, honestly, it is absolutely amazing. £3 is a really, really good price for that. I got the flavoured charge. What are they? Summer fruit. This is energy drinks. This is for Corey. These are still on the deal for 45p, hence the reason that I buy them loose. Normally you can buy an 8-pack of the other ones, the plain flavoured ones. I don't think they even call them a flavour. And they're £3.75 or £3.70. It's been a few weeks since I bought them. But because these are, it must be £3.75. 15p saving. I just remember that from the other week. So it's just cheaper to buy them this way. At the moment, whilst it's on a deal, they will go up to 75p again, and then I'll stop buying them. But Corey really enjoys this flavour compared to the other one, and that's what he takes to work. I got a basic loaf of bread, just 75p. I was looking at, you know, something a bit different, maybe a wholemeal loaf, I don't know, something different. But like I said, our choices in our Asda has been crap for so many weeks now. I don't know what's going on with it, so I just got that because it's, you know, it does the job and it gets eaten. Impulse. Now I had to get the teas. I like the musky one. I can't remember what it's called. It might be called musk, I'm not 100% sure. It's greeny, golden greeny one. I don't know. Again, I was going to buy it. This is what I wear to work because it's a nice smell. You get that smell every now and again. Not this one, the musky one. I've not tried this one. And it just does. It's not overpowering for work. I like them. I didn't spray them all, so I was having to sniff everything and hope somebody had sprayed one, because I'm not going to go through spray them again because I just don't like that. And this was the only one I really got a whiff off that I thought was okay. They're £1, but our Asda, I did look last week, and I couldn't see them. It turns out because they've downgraded. Normally it was like half a shelf of all the different impulses and that. They've moved it down to the very bottom shelf, and there's like a tray or two of all the different smells. So I don't know if they're phasing out getting these or if they've just not got enough stock. I'm not sure. So I might need to start looking elsewhere for my smelly. I got the chicken dippers. They didn't have the other one. This is the better one out of the two, as in price for weight. Corey actually does prefer the other ones, the southern fried strips, I believe they're called. This is the chicken dippers. This is the 1.275 kilogram. This is £5.50. The other one I think was 1 kilogram for £6. So as you can, you know, weight wise and quantity, this is definitely the better way to go. You do have to look at these because they do have a range of them, and they're all different weights. This is the heaviest weight for the cheapest price, this one. So yeah, just in case you was gonna look. And yes, I've got ice creams again, like for weeks and weeks. I've got a good few packets of ice creams going on now. Just excited to sit in the iron garden with some ice cream. I've never tried these ones before. These are the Haagen-Dazs. It's the macaroon, I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, collection. And it's got a vanilla and blueberry, a strawberry and raspberry, a double chocolate ganache, and a, again, don't know how to say this, yuzu, I would think, and lemon. The mini packs, this was down to £2. All the others were £4, and there was only one on the shelf, so I proper did look, make sure I got the right one. Something a little bit different. Thought they sounded nice. They'll go with my collection of ice creams ready for when it's ice cream weather in the garden. I'm going to have such a lovely selection. £3.60 for the crisps again, 24 packs. 6 prawn cocktail, 6 cheese and onion, 6 salt and vinegar, and 6 ready salted. Just have to have crisps in the house. It's just a thing. I was always brought up with them, and that's it. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just got to have crisps in the house. A thick bleach I picked up. I don't actually know what my stocks are, but I did remember that I wanted to have a bleach upstairs and I'd run out of the bleach. I had something else upstairs. It's been a while since I bought this. 70p. Now it would have been cheaper to buy. They had a larger pack, but they didn't have it in, they don't have it in the nozzle shape. I like the nozzle shape to get under the edges, you know, under the toilet seat bit. The other one was just a normal pour one. I don't think I can refill these. Let me know if anybody knows of just like a cheap one of these that can be refilled, because then I can buy the larger one, save money, and keep refilling it, so you're saving on packaging as well. I'm just, you know, there may be something out there, I don't know. Just let me know if you do know. That, oh no, and that was Asda as well. I was going to say that was all in Asda, but the chips, this is a 1.5 kilogram, £2.45. It's just a standard, always goes on the list. And that was the Asda. I went into Iceland first. Wasn't sure I was going to get anything. They've moved everything around, so all of the, I would call this like Iceland's version of their essential range, was all in the freezers together. And they do, you know, pies and pizzas and different potato products. They've moved them now, and it's so confusing. They've moved them so the pies are in with the other pies, and the potato products are in with the other potato products. Don't like it. I like to see where all my pound products are together so I can see the full range. Yeah, wasn't a good move on Asda's part, I don't think, because I'm going to be buying this, because I just don't always want to have a look around the entire store for one thing. It's frustrating. Maybe someone from Iceland will hear that, I don't know, hopefully. So these are £1. Chicken and bacon pies and meat and potato pies. Like I said, I just remembered his shelf was a bit empty and I didn't really know what to get, so I was just winging it. They'll get eaten either way, so it's not a big deal. Now I did find a bargain. I'm just double checking. I'm sure the wrong receipt, obviously. Yeah, I thought they were, but I wasn't sure, so I just needed to check. These were £1. Chicago Town is a really, really good brand, and they're always really, really nice. I don't think I've ever bought the subs before. Meat Supreme for £1 is a really, really good deal, so I just picked that one up. And the pepperoni deep dish. These are amazing if you can cook them right, and I just can't. I always overcook them. Oh my god, so good. £1 is actually a really good price, because usually $1.25 is like the lowest you would get these on randomly, so that's really, really good. And I just saw these literally as I was walking into the store, and I just thought they sounded nice. I believe they're like biscuit on the bottom, and then there's a sauce, and then you look marshmallow stuff. It's not marshmallow, it's just the mallow, isn't it, because it's softer, and then chocolate on the outside. So we got a strawberry one with white chocolate, and a salted caramel with milk chocolate, and these were £1 a pack as well. Again, lower calories, nice little snack if you need a sweet treat. I mean, not like I'm going to eat one of those at a time. I mean, one box maybe. The idea is there, isn't it? And that was this week's shop. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope, you know, prices have helped out a little bit. I feel like it was a weird one again. I always feel like it's a weird one. It wasn't, I don't know. It's an average shop. You know, like I always tell you, because there's always going to be somebody who's new in here that doesn't quite get it. You know, I do have, you know, I've got green beans in the freezer still, and I've got broccoli in the freezer, and I've got onions and a little bit of potatoes left out. Oh, and still got cabbage. I've got cucumbers, and I've got salad made up. You know, I have other foods. This is just to top up with the foods that I do have. A lot of this stuff sits for a long time until I mean, I'm just looking at, I just remembered I've got the 2 fajita kits that are still sitting up there that I bought a few weeks ago. You know, a lot of things I buy and they just sit until I'm ready to, you know, to have them. Scott looked through my cupboard the other day and said he doesn't have cupboards like that. He said his mum used to. That's what mums do. I was always brought up with a lot of things. And then, you know, I have the option of having what I want that night, because I have the wide range. I don't know why I'm explaining this. I feel like because of Scott's comment, maybe people don't buy the way I do. I mean, my freezer is completely full, my cupboard is full. This is just going to top up with things. It's just the way I was brought up, and it's just the way I'm always going to do. But then when you can't pick products up, it works. As you would have noticed, there was no barbecue sauce. I've been buying barbecue sauce for weeks upon weeks. Past 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks. I don't think I got one last week either. They haven't got any, and it worries me, because I think, oh god, that means they're not going to make them anymore. But it's probably just they don't have the stock. But I'm good, because we have loads in the cupboard. So it's just so you understand, that's the way I shop. Don't know where that came from. But there you go, it's out there now. So I'm gonna go, because the sun is out. I've got to get this edited, and you know, I don't know when I'm going to see the sun again, so I want to go and sit in the garden for a little bit, get a few rays. Hopefully won't go on holiday as white as this, because it's very white going on, isn't it? Like, Yeah. Oh, look. Oh my God, so white. I'm going to try and get a little bit of colour before I go away. Yeah, I'm going to shut up now because obviously I'm going off on a tangent. I need to save it, not for these. This is the whole. Okay, so I'm sending out good vibes as I always do. I hope you're catching some, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.